Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Koi here with the Clairvoyant Tarot to bring you guys a twin flame update. Now, I'll tell you what, this is the third time that I'm trying to upload this video. So if you see it, this is a message that needs to go out. If not, I'm not going to try this again. I tried recording it the first time and my phone overheated and I lost the video. So I tried to do it on my backup phone and I ended up reaching the recording limit and I lost the video. So I'm going to try again. Now, I was probably 10 minutes from being done when it knocked me out. So I have everything already pulled. I do apologize. I wish I could have just kept the second video because it was perfect. It was going well. And then it just conked out. So I'm hoping this is a message that's meant to be heard. So I'm going to try one more time to get this message out there. Please note that I don't really like using the twin flame title. If you do resonate with this reading, does not mean that you are twin flame. There are twin flame, there are connections that can mimic the twin flame, such as a karmic partner, a soulmate, or even a false twin. And I had already knew this, and I had done my research, and I was still tricked about who my twin flame was. I thought it was somebody from my past, and I had accepted, maybe just twin flames don't end up in lives together. But I met somebody who kind of made me realize that that person was just not my twin, because there were just subtle differences in us, such as how we looked at our home lives, what we wanted with children, and I'm a tarot reader, and this person didn't really like tarot readings, and this other person does. So I definitely realized that I was myself in a false twin, and kind of thinking it might be somebody else. So just make sure you do the research, and also note that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody out there. Just take what does and throw away what doesn't. If none of it resonates, then this is just not your message. Also, keep in mind that the divine masculine, divine feminine can be not gender specific. We all have male and female energy. So you could be a woman and be the divine masculine, and vice versa. And the same thing goes with the cards themselves. If we get the King of Swords, you don't have to be a man to find that you resonate with the meaning of the card, and you don't have to be a woman to resonate with the Queen of Wands. Also note that readings can be reversed, so you could be looking at this from your partner's perspective, even though you're the one watching the message, okay? So without further ado, I'll go ahead and go through these cards. I'll just go through the 7 cards that I had originally pulled, then I'll go over the clarifiers, then I'll go back into all the oracles that I pulled, and the only thing that I was going to do next is draw some runes. That's the only thing that I have not done, but I have already pulled the advice, the romance angels, the daemons, the wisdom oracles, as well as the 7 card reading, and did all the clarifications for it. So, on the bottom of the deck, before I start the reading, is the Sun. The Sun is a happy card. This is joy. This is not part of the spread, but it is influencing it a little bit. So it is uplifting the cards in the actual reading and making them happier. So if it's a not so happy card, it is given a little bit of light from the sun, and if it's a happy card, it's made a little bit even happier with the sun here. But this is all about something that makes you glad. This is something that makes you feel childlike joy and happiness. All right. So the first card that came out was the Two of Cups. This is a soul connection, a deep emotional attraction, an offer, which is a very, very lovely card to have. Excuse me. And in the past, there was some sort of movement that happened with this connection that relates to a fiery person. It could be a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Does not have to be, but personality-wise, this queen is very intuitive. They're very intricate. They like to go inward to find their answers. Now, this card also can indicate a person who's gentle or inspirational, and this also can indicate a journey or a move, okay? So currently in this situation, somebody is hesitating over a decision, and the obstacle is because they're hesitating, they're not taking a leap of faith, they're starting a new cycle, okay? So in the immediate future, there's going to be a little bit of worry and regret, and the possible outcome is seeing something from a different perspective, okay? So let's get into the clarifiers that I did. So this Two of Cups was clarified by the Page of Wands. Now this is somebody who can be very prickly. This is also a fiery person. Again, Aries, Leo, Sag, but does not have to be. This card also indicates travel and a message. It could also be something, a new undertaking, such as a career or a relationship. But there was definitely some sort of movement in a connection here. All right, this Page of Wands, out of all the pages, and the vice versa, he's depicted without wearing a shirt because he just likes to, beat his chest and challenge all the other pages to best him. So this is somebody who's very combative and fiery, okay? The wands are all about your wills, inspirations, and passions. And in the past here, with this movement that went on, there was some sort of conflict. And that conflict of some sort of truth here stopped the movement in this connection. So since there was a stopping in the connection here, somebody is hesitating over starting it again. They're either worried about the repercussions of what they did by stopping it, or they're just worried that this is not going to work out. Maybe they're worried about being rejected. All right, so that brings us to the obstacles. Since they're conflicted, since they're not making any moves here, they're not making any leaps of faith, they're not listening to their intuition, and they're not starting a new cycle here because they're not being balanced. There's no balance in this. Because their mind is not balanced. They want to go into a direction, but there's just some sort of doubt or hesitation that is stopping them, and they're not balanced in this. So this brings us to the worry and regret. This person had some sort of truth in their mind that they changed the wheel here. And when they change the movement of the wheel, you know, they are going to regret this if they don't already. But when they change the wheel, they put themselves into a place of having a lot of burdens, and they also put themselves in a bad situation. So they're regretting this. They will very soon, because it's the immediate future. They created some kind of movement that put them in a bad situation, okay? But they want an equal input output to the situation. And they're regretting that they don't have that equal input output. So in the immediate future, the possible outcome of being worried of this, they're going to see something from a different perspective, and they're going to start using their intuition to create order and stability in this endeavor that makes them happy. This was at the bottom of the deck. So this is, I mean, the sun uplifts all these cards. Okay, so this worry and regret and hesitating over a decision, it's sort of negative energies, but with the sun here, it tells me that they're not that bad. These burdens, this bad situation, I really feel like it's still fixable. And you know, this person still wants this happiness. They're kind of just insecure, to be honest. They're being insecure. So with them being insecure, what's going to happen is they're going to regret something. They're going to worry that they aren't going to get what they want. They're going to regret not having this equal input output. And it's going to make them start really listening to their intuition and create that order and stability in what is making them happy. And when I posted my April 6th reading earlier, that video also got deleted. So technically, I lost 3 videos that I did, and they were almost an hour each. So it was almost 3 hours. But the first one that I did, the clarifiers that came out were on this, because the sun came out as well. And on the sun, I clarified it, and it was the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, and in between them was the 10 of Pentacles. So for the person who may be conflicted about this, I'm really getting that this is mutual for both of you. You both want this. You both make each other happy. And if you're doubting that, just know that this person wants this as much as you. Okay? So that was the reading that I had. It's just somebody who is going to see something from a different perspective, because they're going to be worried that them stopping this equal flow here has ruined something. All right? So let's move on to the romance angels that I picked. The bottom of the deck was give your relationship a chance. You just have to work on your partnership here. Give it a chance. Instead of worrying about it, you need to clearly decide what you want. Listen to your intuition and give it that chance. Okay. The other cards that came out was it's safe for you to love. You have to open your heart and be able to give and receive, so you can have this energy. Okay, if you're in a negative energy here, you're not going to be able to attract what you want. And that also goes with passion here. You have to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You have to attract this to you. It's all about manifestation. And I really feel like this update goes with the reading that I did for the 6th, where it's saying you have to clearly decide what you want so you can attract it to you. And when you make an offer, you can't make an offer when you're kind of on the fence. You have to either be in or out. And I think that's the challenge here. Now, these burdens that they're going through, this bad situation, whether it's relating to you guys' actual relationship or it's just external influences, these are almost over. And this person who wants to give this offer is in a point of transition right now. So they're just having a problem staying balanced because of all the things that's going on. And it's really, there's a little bit of work left, but it's easy work. It's just staying balanced and clearly deciding what it is that you want and going for it. So I really think that this is divinely guided, because when I did do the reading for the 6th, I saw angels in temperance, death, and the lovers. So it tells me that in all these aspects, this ending of these bad things that you're going through in your love life, as well as with trying to be balanced, you have angels that are guiding you and helping you with your intuition and trying to help you transition through all of these things that you're going through. So don't be afraid to call on them to help and guide you, because that is what they're there for, and they really are trying to help you. They're trying to help kickstart your intuition. Now, the other romance angels that popped out, I could not believe this. They didn't pop out exactly in order, but I have them exactly in order because we have engagement, wedding, and honeymoon. It's almost exactly what happens with a relationship. First, you guys have an engagement. You guys ascend into a higher level of commitment together. You get engaged. All right, there is going to be some higher ascension to this relationship, and it very well could involve marriage. It could be that this person wants to move towards marriage, but they're afraid the other person might not want to marry them. All right, but there's honeymoon here. So it's all about enjoying this time together. And again, this is something that both of you want. I would not say that if I was not sure. I know it is connected to the other readings that I have done. Okay, so the next thing that I did here is pull the wisdom oracle cards. All right, on the bottom of the deck, there's serendipity. That just speaks for itself. That word is just elation and euphoria. I mean, this is definitely something that both of you feel like is an amazing thing. All right, and you both of you feel orphaned in this situation. I'm getting you guys might not be in contact. You may have like been in contact, but now since there was that that stop to the equal flow, you're both feeling the effects of not being together at this moment, of not communicating. But this is Treasure Island for you guys. This is definitely that person, and you know it. Both of you know that this is your person. And, you know, as I was saying, your vibrations, you have to put out what you want to attract. This is your person. So you have to really manifest them, okay? Look at this, soulmates. If deep knowing the tribe and soulmates does not tell you that this is your person and you're you're still doubting it, I mean, you just have to listen to your intuition. You just have to listen to your intuition, but you know. You know. All right? So this is all to be fair. You know, both of you guys are going through this because before you can reach union, there was a few lessons and cycles that had to be closed out. So this was all happening so you can get rid of those bad things and then move towards your person, okay? So it's just time to clean up all those bad things to get ready for this love of your life. And right now you are in between. You're in transition from these bad things that were going on into union and uniting with your partner. So you just have to stay strong because you will go there if you maintain your balance and clearly decide what you want and manifest it towards you. It's really easy work. It's work, but it's not hard work. Okay? So you guys are on the way now. You're on the way. You just have to keep going. And this person, you know, that's where you're heading towards. You know that's where you want to go. This person feels like home to you. All right? So the daemons that came out, there was quite a few today, which I was pleasantly surprised to see. We have Belphegor on the bottom. I'll get to him last. But the first one that we have out here is Furfur. And Furfur is a great daemon. I love seeing him. He represents focus on enduring love and passion, but don't let your strong emotions become destructive. So really, I always think of the vice versa tarot and the Six of Cups, because on the back side of the Six of Cups is happy memories, somebody from your past, but on the back side it's saying it's great to feel happy about something, just don't let that thing consume you to the point where you're neglecting your other responsibilities. So that's kind of what I get also from Furfur. Focus on that love and that passion, but don't let that stop you from doing the work in this transition that you're in. Otherwise, you can stay stagnant and not go where it is you are headed to now, okay? The next one is Lamia. And Lamia is basically about don't focus on your grief and loss to the point where it becomes so great that you make other people around you miserable. It's almost like being in such a negative emotional state that you become toxic for other people. So if something bad did happen again and you want this person to come to you, your vibe attracts your tribe. You have to change how you grieve about this, okay? Because you could also be affecting how people view you. Next one is Skox. And in divination, Skox is about being aware of people who charm you, or con artists, or people who attempt to get close to you for their personal gain. So be aware of people who are trying to take advantage of you now, especially because you are at a low point in this transition here and you're not really sure what you want. So just be aware of people trying to take advantage of you. sorry, the next daemon here is Aemon, and these were not, Aemon and Scox was not in this reading, so I'm not exactly sure where they came from, because I had all the cards separated. Maybe they got stuck together and I didn't read them, but these guys were not in here, so I'm interested how they did. Anyways, Amon's about focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences and finding common ground. So yeah, if you're not speaking to this person now, if you guys are disconnected now, focus on how you can make amends and how you can patch up this situation, as we had clean it up in here with the oracle cards right here. So that definitely does fit. The next one we have is Balin. And in divination, Balin is about focus on listening instead of speaking and observing instead of being observed. So it's almost like don't listen to reply, listen to understand. Okay? Don't be active in the situation, almost sit back and watch. So you can see these people who might not have your best interest in mind. All right? I'm going to have to find, that is so strange, because there are two cards that were flipped around, and they're not at the top now. That is so strange. Here they are. Here they are. Here's the rest of them. I'm going to read these as well, because I don't know, I feel like all these go with each other. I feel like there's just going to be a lot of daemon messages today, okay? So I accidentally picked these out, except for Furfur. Furfur and Lamia, actually. Furfur and Lamia were the ones that were a part of this original stack, but these three just kind of snuck their way in there. I'm going to take it as that was meant to happen. Meant to happen. Alright? So, these were the original ones. The other original ones that came out. Alright? We have Adremelech. And he's about not judging people based on how they look, especially if somebody is dressing to impress, but they don't really have any substance behind how they dress. Okay, don't judge people based on how they look. Don't judge a book by its cover, really. Then we have Alistair. And in divination, he's about being aware of taking vengeful actions, because you could be kind of justifying it that's karma and it's just to get revenge, but you can very easily lose track of what's justice because you're angry and are cruel, and you're just being cruel because you're angry. Okay, so don't try and act on justice. Next card is Brooms. Now, this isn't really a daemon. It actually represents like a broom, like a witch's broom. And in divination, this is all about focus on your home and hearth, cleansing and purification. You are in transition now, so it's up to you to purify your energies, clear them out, and focus on your home and yourself, what you want. If like I said, your vibe attracts your tribe. You have to clear all this negative stuff that's going on around you. You have to find the people who aren't serving you and cut them out so you can move forward in this cycle here. The next one is Callie. And Callie is about focusing on your feminine strength, both both males and females have feminine energy, so focus on that. And also don't judge women too harshly, okay? Next daemon is proofless. And when I saw this card, this is why I was like, wait a second, I have to find the other cards that I was supposed to talk about as well, because in divination, proofless is a warning to be aware of individuals who spread gossip and discord for the sake of drama and divisiveness, and to distance yourself from those people and not get dragged into their crap. Because, you know, this goes with the daemon who is saying focus on the people who may not have your best interest in mind here, Skox. Find those people. There are people who are dragging you through some drama and making everything more difficult than it is. Okay? So be aware of these people who don't have your best interest in mind and spread gossip, because they are toxic and they are not meant for you. You need to purge all of this negative energy so you can move on to your next cycle. All right. Then we have Torngarsuk. He's about focusing on strength and positive thinking, even when you're in poor health. You know, I know it's easier said than being done, but the messages here is you really need to cut out these bad people and these bad experiences so you can focus on being positive and cleansing yourself and getting ready while you're on this transition to your new cycle, so you can accept your new cycle, so you can move on, right? Then we have Witch's Round at the bottom here, and the Witch's Round is about focusing on celebration and performance and creative routines with fellow professionals. So the people that you do vibe with, celebrate with them. Focus on working with them. Focus on that. And, you know, intuitively, when I'm looking at these cards, I really feel like for the Divine Masculine, he might have had some external influences, maybe not his twin flame relationship, but maybe some family or friends that was talking into his ear and starting gossip and just being very toxic. Now, it could be they were being toxic about his twin, or they were just being toxic to him about general, and they're just not good people for him to have. Now, he either let them judge his femme, because we have Callie here. It's about not judging people. And then we have Adrenaline, which is also about judging people. So he is letting them kind of whisper in his ear and plant some seeds. And he's being warned to focus on yourself and your energy and not let these people talk to you about this person. Not to let them influence you and to judge them because of the crap that they're saying. But either way, if that's true for you or not, it's definitely, there's a need to cut out the childish drama and the gossip and the backstabbing and the people who just don't have your best intentions in mind. Because if these people really did have your best intentions, I don't think they would try and shoot down your dreams and have you look at your person differently. All right? But still, there's just a need to focus on the good things and to clearing out the bad things. So on this transition, you can end up at the destination where you are currently headed now, which is this new cycle. Okay, we don't want to prolong your cycle by not doing the work. You have to do the work, but it's not hard, it's easy. It's very, very simple. So I asked if there was any advice for the person, from this person's point of view, who is kind of conflicted and they need to see something from a different perspective. And the advice was, it's saying that yes, they are worried. They are worried now. All right, this is something that's keeping them up, and they're worried about a movement that created a successful ending. All right, so now they're working carefully, but they're a little bit defensive over an offer because they're focusing on the past of what happened instead of seeing that there's still a chance, there's still an opportunity. You know, they're focusing on all the bad stuff that's happened in the past instead of the good stuff that still exists. So that's why they're defensive over this offer. All they have to do is just kind of get out of this past energy and close it out, as I've been saying. And they should close this out and focus on this offer because it's an offer. It's an offer. You see it being offered here, and it's being offered. This is an opportunity. This, what you want, this is a double opportunity. This is the yes card. If you are wondering about yes or no answer, this is a yes. Okay? This is a great opportunity for prosperity, for love for you. So you just need to move away from being in your mind and holding on to this, and move away from this secretive situation. So that's really just confirmation of all the things that I have been saying and getting from the other cards. You're conflicted over this, but you shouldn't be, because this is double ace. This is a double ace. As I said, this is what both of you want. So you just have to move away. And you already are starting to. You're already starting to move. You're already starting to listen to your intuition. You just have to keep going and keep doing the work. So I'm going to go ahead and get some runes, and then that will be the rest of this update here. So could I get any runes for this update? All right, we got 2. So we have Ansu's and we have Gabo. So we'll do Ansu's first. Put Gabo down. Hold it up so you can see. I hope you can see it. Please see it. Yeah, I think you can. Sorry if you can't, but this is Ansu's. And Ansu's stands for an ancestral god. It can't even stand for Odin. Okay? This is about a revealing message or insight, communication, signal, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, a true vision, power of words and names, blessings, and taking of advice, good health, harmony, truth, and wisdom. So you could be getting a message from your divines, okay? Which is your intuition leading you as well. And that is going to bring you this positive change, as it is said and foretold with the Hangman, where there's somebody who's going to see this from a different perspective. Okay? Now this does also represent Odin. So Odin's always on his own agenda. Okay, he's mighty, and he'll just do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. But you guys might be getting a message about this soon, or some communication, especially because in this whole general reading here, we had 3 indications of a travel or a message. The first indication comes out with this Page of Swords. The second indication of movement or a message is the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Page of Swords. This is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is the first indication of travel movement. The Eight of Wands is also, and so is the Queen. All of these indicate a travel or movement. Okay, now these two cards, the Eight and Queen, these relate to the past, but currently they're still with this Two of Cups energy, this connection, there is still an indicator of this movement and travel. So there's definitely going to be some kind of movement or communication. Now, this could be you doing this communication, or it could be that somebody is going to be doing that for you. But either way, there is going to be some sort of movement here. I don't see this saying stagnant. Okay. Now, this is true vision. This is power of your words and taking advice, harmony, truth, and wisdom. So this is, that's what I'm getting. You know it. You know this is your person. There's going to be some kind of movement or change. All right. So then we have Gabo here, and Gabo means gift. And it can be in a gift in the sense of sacrifice and generosity. But this does indicate that there is a balance coming. So you don't have a balance between your head right now. How this intuition's going to come in and bring in this balance. This is exactly what the cards were saying. All right. All matters in relation to exchanges such as contracts, personal relationships, and partnerships. So this is definitely talking about this partnership here. And since this is basically the gift or the partnership, this is saying there's going to be a message or movement in it. There's going to be some movement here. And it's going to be away from this worried regret situation and this bad situation that you're in. You want this equal flow, and there will be a movement away from these negative energies like you need to do into the positive energies, and you will be guided by your intuition to create this order and stability in your happiness. So again, just you have to attract what you want to receive. So it's just about embodying. Don't come from a place of lack, saying, oh, I don't have this person now, or I'm waiting to hear from this person. Because if you say, I'm waiting, the universe will say, yes, you are waiting. And you'll wait, and you'll wait, and you'll wait, because you're saying that's what you're doing. If you say, I am with this person, the universe will say, yes, you are with this person, and you will be with this person. It's all about manifestation and how you look at the situation. So if you really want this, you really need to clearly decide, and you need to start manifesting it towards you, because as I said, this is something that both of you want. It's definitely obtainable thing. This is not some silly wish about being in your head. This is something that is very possible for you. You just have to make sure that you do make it happen, because you were meant to go through some tests, and you're being tested. The universe is asking you, do you really want this? Is this what you really want? I'm going to make sure. I'm going to test your perseverance. I'm going to test you and see how much you're willing to work on this, because you say you want it, and I want you to show it. All right. Don't forget to ask your guides for assistance. And don't forget to focus on you. Self-love is key here. But again, you guys are in the transition between cycles right now. So all you have to do is just keep a balance here. Keep a balance, and also decide what it is you want so you can manifest it towards you. That's it. It's a little bit of work, but I'm telling you guys, it's easy work. It's easy work. You just have to decide what you want and stay balanced in that. That's really not that bad. It's not like and you're already in the transition of these cycles. So this new cycle should be coming very soon. With these burdens in here, you're at the end. You're at the end. You're almost there. You just have to keep going. Really, you just have to keep doing it. It's not like this is a dark night of the soul, maybe a little bit of a mini one that you had already gone through, but you're transitioning out of it. Transitioning out, okay? So it's really not much. I'm telling you guys, just keep working. You will reap these rewards. All right? Just stay strong, stay positive, and you will attract what it is you desire, because what you desire also wants to attract you. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that this did provide some advice for you. Likes, subscribes, and shares are always appreciated. If you wanted, make sure you hit that notification bell, because I do offer free reading raffles, and I will give people free readings, so you can get a chance to get a personal reading and ask me any question you want. So that's very nice. My website, my email, and my donation link are all in the description box, so you can browse through and find them there all in one little spot. So again, thank you. I appreciate your time, and I really hope that this does help some people and give them some advice and encouragement and strength just to keep pulling through this and just staying positive. So thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. In the meantime, love, light, and to the stars.